Okay, this song is always played with two guitars, and you cannot get the sound of both guitars on one, which is kind of the problem here. Um, one guitar is playing this A boogie, which is sort of like, and the second one is playing the descending riff that's very recognizable, which is sort of like, but that's got a lot of syncopation in it, and you can't really play that as a rhythm to the song. So we're going to combine them a little bit so that it can be played on one guitar. The A boogie part is easiest to play as you've seen me playing it with your thumb. So and you're going to be muting, palm muting everything in the song and using almost pinch harmonics, but I'm not going to do that in this part of the lesson because it'll get too complicated. And you really won't be able to hear it. So imagine that we're doing. Um, the figure for the A boogie is an open A string, E string second fret played with the thumb, open E string second fret again, and then open A plucked twice, E string second fret, E string third fret played with the middle finger, and then E string second fret. So when you play this, you keep your index finger down on an A chord, and that's why you want to use your thumb for this F sharp in here. And when you play the riff, um, when you hit the open A note, try to pick up a little bit of the chord as you go through it, so it sounds something like this. And while you're in that same position here, you can also insert some of that descending riff. And the part that I'm inserting in here goes like this. It's an open A and E at the second fret. And then we're moving up. We're going to play the open G, the D string at the fifth fret, which is also a G note, back to that open G. So you're basically getting... and then the same thing with the D fretted at the fourth fret. So it's... and then the G string second fret and the A string open. So and you'll notice that I'm picking up my fingers and taking them off as I play that, because you don't actually want this sort of ringing continuous sound like... you want it to be more... all right. The after you play this open A string at the bottom, then you're going to play two upstrokes on the D and G strings at the second fret. And that's what we're going to insert in here. Now the verse and the chorus of this song basically use the same figures. It just varies how often they repeat them. So for the verse, you use that A boogie that we just covered, and you play that twice. And then you move to a D-based boogie, in which you have your hand on a D chord, but you're kind of turning it sideways because you're going to want to reach over with this middle finger to the A string second fret, and if you have it turned this way, you'll never make it. The figure is open D string. I'm sorry. A string second fret, open A string second fret, and then you just do a D with a hammer on a D chord with a hammer on to the G string fourth fret with the pinky, like so. you only play that once. You go back to the A boogie and play it twice again. So. Then you do the D boogie once. And then finish with the E boogie, which is done like this. You bar all the strings at the second fret, except for the E string. And you play a boogie by hammering on the A string 4th fret and pulling it off like this. And then there's just a little turnaround, which is just the open E twice, the E string 2nd fret and E string 4th fret, and back to the A. Now there are only really 3 differences between the chorus and the verse. First, when you're playing the chorus, you only play that A boogie once before going to the D. Second, after you do the D, you don't go back to the A. You play the E boogie. And third, after the E boogie, you insert a little bit of the descending riff in it. So put that all together. It's like this, slowly. And then a little bit of the descending riff. Okay, and that should get you through most of the song. Okay, now I mentioned that we're using an abbreviated version of the descending riff in this. If you want to use the full version, it's something like this. Again, you're pinching this the pick, and you're using a palm muting. You do the open A and the E string 2nd fret. Then you do the D string and the G string 2nd fret twice on upstrokes. And then the descending riff as we've covered it earlier in the lesson. And then you immediately go to the E string, 3rd fret, and you bend it a half note, and follow it immediately with an open A, and then the G string 2nd fret. So that's then there's a rest, and you play the G string 2nd fret again, followed by the D string 5th fret with a pull off to the 2nd, and then you're back to. So you put it all together, it's something like. So if you want to play that piece, that's kind of how it goes, and it's definitely undermixed to the other guitar. So it's kind of you don't really want to rip it out there too loud. Hope that helps.